Welcome everyone to the round 3 rundown of Rich River Premier League 360. My name's Ben Tabberpatten. Richard K-Alpha's back in this week.
Yep.
How we going, Richard?
Yeah, good.
Good, nice
good.
hat. I like your
thanks.
hat.
Found this hat out the back. It's good.
Yeah,
Good
it's
as.
good. Yeah, no, very good.
Glad you've changed your hat.
Yeah, no, I kept getting a few reports about my hair going backwards, so I thought I'd better change it up.
It doesn't do anything for the shape of your head though, that hat. It makes
I still make it look good. It's
wider up the top.
No, it's all good.
No,
it's all good. First match, the Fockers 129 defeated the Teacups 126.
Terrible scores this week though.
They were terrible scores. They're all close matches, but yeah, terrible scores.
Straight on the east.
Tends to catch a few out each year, but some teams just did enough to get the job done. Yeah, Joy Kelly.
Joy Kelly, 38 points. That would have been the best for the day.
That was the best for the day.
Best for the day along with Blair. Joy
Yep.
Kelly, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, good to see. I've been on a bandwagon for a few years now.
The Sook of the Year 2015.
That wasn't me though, that was you blokes.
Steve.
And it was
that's
good,
above-
but a big drop though from
above.
38 points to Peter
Yeah.
Bowick next on 30.
I'm not sure if it's Peter or Paul. We didn't check that.
Oh.
It is a Bowick.
It's a Peter Bowick. Craig Healy was the best for the Fockers, 33. Peter Durant, 32. Jonty, 32. And
Just to note, Joy Kelly above Cole Johnson's score for a week. There's
Oh.
another lady above Cole, up to 4, I think. But anyway. The next one, Reluctant Heroes 132, defeated Loose Cannons 125. So Jake Bennett 37,
Yep,
Dave Pearson 33, Kirk Ardley 33, Steve James 29.
You're going to take away from everything I was saying.
You buggered up the last match, I'll get into this one. So.
And who won this one? The Heroes.
They did, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, that was
well,
probably
there
one
you
of
go.
the bigger wins
Awesome.
for the weekend. So.
Peter Meehan, 35. Kevin Humbert, not worth a mention. Andy Harris, not worth a mention. Cole, Ben did mention. All 30s.
Yeah, all 30s.
So
So dropped right off. From,
pretty average,
from
really.
Peter. Yeah,
pretty
so,
average. Anyway.
Yeah. The next one, Granddads +1, 125, defeated the Cinderella Boys 120. And again, one of the better scores for the weekend, Blair 38.
Blair was a difference
Yep,
with 38.
difference.
Been
She
away
got
for
that
a
one
month.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
got that one
yeah,
right.
no,
So, yeah.
no, I'm right. Luke Keogh from the Cinderellas, 34.
yeah.
Glenn Rogers, 33. And then some average scores. Poor old Gab Radley, 23.
23,
Why did you put that in?
Because he was in the top 4.
Oh.
Top 4, 23. You know you're not going to win many matches when that happens. So
But
I
I
don't know
would've
what happened there.
Probably left that out though.
No, top 4. Got to mention the top 4 every week.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, that's not in any.
It was on the computer, so it's top 4. Sorry, Gav. But I reckon that's Cinderella Boys done and dusted. I reckon.
Yeah.
They got no chance.
No, they have got a chance.
They have, but they got no chance.
Well,
It's not going to happen. I know they're only a game out of the top 4, but
There's some good players in
They
there
haven't
that'll come good.
they haven't even got close. They must have had the bye to even have a win this year, have they? Well, they had the bye in the first round, that's right. So that's the only win they've had.
Yeah.
That's when you play the bye, you generally have a win.
Yes.
Steve. Yeah, let you know that one.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yep.
And the last match was Dirty Divots 135, defeated the Power Faders 132. The top score for this round was 135 by the Dirty Divots, the old party boys. So
Coming good now.
yeah, like last year, started slow and then started to get things going. Not much competition though against the Power Faders really, so I won't take much from this.
Hard working, didn't get into the top 4.
No, he didn't get in the top 4. He was struggling on Saturday, which we'll get into. But yeah, not in the top 4. Jay Scott 35, Andrew Tuata 34, Paul Carey and Damien Borden 33. So probably definitely the most consistent team by far.
Sam New's first game, was it?
Yeah, it was Sam New's first game.
33, that's a
so
good
it's
effort.
Yep.
Steve Cullings played.
Yep,
Played
he's
a couple
played,
of weeks,
29. Freddie Harrison, 34.
He did well.
He started slow this year, but starting to get into his prime, Freddie, and Chad Jones led the team again with 36.
Yeah.
So,
He's the only one with really any heart in that team,
he
really.
has, yeah.
Although,
So, well, they did turn up early and tried to get a game, weren't booked in. And so, yeah, good team effort, but still not good enough to win a game. And that's their season done as well.
So that was
Writing them
pretty
off as well.
pretty nice things to say about Chad, that's good.
Yeah. Turtles 119 had the bye, and I think they were all away in Yarrawonga, most of them except for Len. Drill was the only.
And he had 33, one of the best
which-
scores for the whole competition.
Yeah, it was a good
Good
score.
on you, Len.
Yeah, well done. Good for showing up.
There you
So,
go, another positive
yeah,
point today.
Positive. So we'll go into the ladder after round 3, and we've got the Fockers undefeated up on top. Game clear of Reluctant Heroes, the Granddads and the Dirty Divots all separated by percentage, and even the Turtles are just outside the top 4 by percentage, which that wouldn't have helped them on the weekend, only having one player for their percentage, but I'm sure they'll come home strong. Joel will get them going.
It's not that far off.
No, that's so there's only a game clear, so game outside the
Cinderella boys have got a good percentage, only one game out.
Yeah, still gone.
One
Power
game off
Faders,
second.
Yeah, they're still gone. Yeah, and then it comes Power Faders 7, Loose Cannon and Teacups round out the top 9, and the buys on the bottom. We don't need to
Poor
talk about
old
the buy.
Teacups.
They were far away.
Oh, geez.
They were close. They were three away from beating the undefeated Fockers on the weekend.
Only because of Joy Kelly, as I mentioned earlier on.
Yeah, nearly got him over the line. Anyway, so we had some good sooks, some villains, some tools of the week this week. So
Here's your
probably
first sook.
we've got to go Stu Manser again, back to back. He's come in and, I haven't got Facebook and didn't know anything about what he'd been going on about Facebook. Steve sort of brought it all up last week, and he goes, I wasn't sooking, I was bragging. So he was sooking that we gave him sook of the week last week. So
yeah, so it's funny he came in with his explanation or his excuse for being sook of the week, and worked out after the end of that explanation it actually made him the sook of the week.
So he's got it 2 weeks in a row.
Sort of backfired on him.
It did. So yeah,
He made a good point though for the week before.
Probably.
I
It
thought-
probably was bragging.
I thought he made a good point.
Yeah,
But it did sound like he was sooking again.
it was. So that's why he's got it this week.
Mm.
I don't know, we can call this a villain of the week or probably some other names for it, but yeah, we'll go with
Poor
villain
old
of the week.
Harley, when we walked in the shop, he looked like death warmed up, didn't he?
Yeah,
He just,
yeah.
he
It
did
didn't look
terrible.
good. Didn't look good. Probably shouldn't have been there. He came in and we said, how'd you go, Harley? He goes, yeah, great, after I threw up on the ladies' tee on the third hole. So ever since the third hole, he picked up and finished. So we're giving him the villain of the week for covering the ladies' tee in his vomit.
Mm.
Probably not what the ladies wanted to see when they got to the third tee. Might have been the reason it was a little bit slow. They had to clean the vomit off before they teed off. So,
Yeah.
so mate, you're hard working, and I heard you had to take a couple of days off even because of these cramps. Yeah,
Did
he
he?
said this morning. So he
Yeah.
was nearly sooking about it. So, but he said, yeah,
Oh.
first time I've taken time off in ages because of his stomach.
Pretty physical job though.
Well, I can't remember what he does. I have to get Steve and ask about that. This bloke hasn't shown up at all this year for his team. He's part of the Power Faders, and probably part of the reason they're not winning is he hasn't been here yet. Cockers, Andrew Cochran. I had word that he missed this week because he had family portraits going on. Family portraits. Now, I played a bit of footy with Cockers, and he's a hard nut. He'd always be at training, always be there on a Saturday. But mate, you've missed.
This was before kids, wasn't it?
Either way, it's a soft option, and as you mentioned on Saturday, it might have taken him those 3 weeks prior to this weekend to get himself right for the photo, to make himself look half
Do
decent.
some sort of fitness camp or
Yeah, I don't know.
some
just
sort of
get
what,
that
makeover or something?
Get that face.
Oh, they
better than what it
makeover
was.
shows where they pick you up in a van
Yeah.
and whisk you off for a couple of weeks and make you look half
So that's
decent.
why he mightn't have played
That
yet
might have
this
been what
year.
he did,
Yeah,
yeah.
he mightn't have played this year because of that. So he's missed this week, and mate, you're going to get the tool of the week. And we've got a little. I've broken the frame, but anyway, there's a frame for you, mate, for that photo. So if you can bring a copy into the shop, we'll hang it up behind the counter there, so we can a nice little reminder of the tool of the week for you. So
But man, your missus tells you that you've got to do something and you just, what?
I'm not going to miss a team event like this, the Premier League. I don't think. We had another tool of the week.
Kevin Humbert.
Yeah, and his team of Loose
Oh,
Cannons.
my goodness gracious me. If anybody hasn't seen Kevin Humbert's team, Loose Cannons, made a really good fist at putting together a uniform.
Probably one of the better ones I've had.
They photocopied a logo that they printed off the internet and cut it out and then stuck it on their shirts.
Chosen the worst shirt.
Worst shirt in the wardrobe, one that they never wear.
No.
So Humby said, one that they never wear. Pull it out, iron this thing onto the
patch
onto this shirt,
Yeah.
just and to wear it every Saturday now.
And we just had a little one for the team player, and Steve pleaded and begged that it should be Harley for his cramps and still getting out there. But
Yeah, well, I think too.
yeah,
I think too.
yeah, he did look pretty ordinary. Next week, Turtles versus Cinderella boys. The Turtles for me.
Turtles for me.
Yeah, Granddads and the Power Faders, and then we go to Granddads with Blair back in the system and going all right. So
Yep. Well, they're unsure whether they get that team together. our favourites, can't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, whether they can book in or not. So, and the Fockers versus the Loose Cannons.
Yep.
Yep.
Fockers?
Yep.
Fockers?
Yeah, the Fockers.
I don't think I'd ever pick Loose Cannons for
not
anyone.
after we saw them on Saturday. Dirty Divots, Reluctant Heroes. It's a grand final replay. So it could be a good one. And the Dirty Divots starting to fire a little bit, and the Reluctant Heroes didn't have much
really
on the
followed a
Saturday.
shot, have
No, they were a bit backwards on Saturday. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I reckon the Reluctant Heroes will still get up, I reckon. And the Teacups have the bye. I think they're all away as well, aren't they, this weekend? So that might hurt their percentage. Not that it's going to
make
affect
any
them anyway
difference
in
if
the
they're
second
gonna finish on the
last.
bottom.
So they are. But so that's round 3 done. Round 4 next week. Then we'll have a whole bye the week after because we've got the 4-ball the week after that. But we'll still be here, so don't worry. Thanks to 4X. Thanks to Amy. Thanks to Richard.
Thanks to Ben.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you next
We'll see you next week.